Hey, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Today's topics, what we're discussing about today is I'd like to talk about what are my exact goals for, 2026. What I want to do, like Pokemon goals mostly. Um, we can talk about personal goals in another video, but just outlining those goals. I'm probably not gonna use any fancy edit for this, so you don't have to, look at the screen. You can pop it in your telly, as some YouTuber has said. Shout out to the goat, you know who you are. Yeah, so pop in the telly, listen to your headphones, like just on your walks. I like these type of videos personally. Like I've said this in previous videos, where people just talk. So let's get straight to the point. Um, what are your goals? So like, I love to hear your guys' goals. Maybe in the comment section. Like that may give me future inspiration on what I would like to do. I'm always taking inspiration from people, and I think goals change throughout the year. Sometimes you complete your goals early, which is great, but sometimes your goals are not realistic, and you may have to change it. There's really nothing wrong with that. I feel like in life we have all these like very concrete ideas of what we need to do, but as long as you're happy and you're whatever you're doing and you're not hurting anyone, I mean, like at the end of the day, that's your goal. But sometimes, like I said, goals can be revised. My goals, I think my goals, I'm be working on some TCG player stuff too. So don't mind me. I might be looking down the paper to fill out these paperwork. God, we'll have to have a whole video about TCG player. I think I'll talk about condition of cards towards the end of this video as well. So goals, finding good condition of cards. I think that's something that I love to talk about. So I'll splice it into the video. Goals and I don't know, goals and condition or something like that, because they go play and play, kind of. But yeah, my goals. I definitely want to vend. I mentioned in my last video that definitely a possibility. I probably want to do it in April. Tax season deadline. That'd be nice to like maybe get a little bit of like coverage. Help support pay some taxes. What else? Help support any of the bills that are coming up in my front personal life. I think trying to offload just some of the illustration rares, more like the hyper modern stuff is what I'm aiming for. I'm probably not gonna bring any vintage to the show but definitely vending. That's number one. Definitely want to try that in April. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't ever want to do it again. I think I said in my last video, but you should try things at least once or twice. I think twice sometimes, honestly, because sometimes your first time is a fluke and it didn't go well. Like you didn't bring the right cards, you didn't bring the right, I don't know, things. I've never sold at the vending shows. So I wish I can give you guys more like insight, but this is just like a journey to vending type. So you kind of see my goal. So good thing is, I've already achieved most of that goal or come close to achieving that goal. I have some couple shows that I'm looking at. I'm kind of trying to book it by the middle of March. I'm trying to fill it out because my schedule is kind of wonky with work. So I'm gonna try to book out a show. Maybe, gosh, maybe in Pennsylvania. Honestly, New York is crazy hyper competitive. I might have to try. I might try to find one in New York. I don't know. Maybe not the city, but like definitely Long Island. There's definitely some smaller shows, and I know I have a connect to get me one of those glass cases to display my singles. The only thing is, a lot of my singles are in Pennsylvania. Like I have a binder of them, so I would love to potentially get those and pop in my show because these are some good hitters. These are like Black Bolt, White Flare, stuff people want from what I've been told. Shout out to DJ Pookie Center. He always tells in his videos like people will buy out all his stuff during shows. But I'm more of a collector. I don't like selling things. I just come to that realization. Not a fan of selling, but like I said, it can help me social life. It helped me offset me taxes or any like weird life fees. I call them life fees. So just your fees you have to pay for living, uh, especially on Long Island where it's just crazy expensive. Um, lucky my work helps cover a lot of the bills, which is I'm blessed for that. Um, so I don't have too many expenses. Offload anyone, pay any credit debt, things like that. I love then going to student debt, all those things. I'm not saying the show will resolve all of that, but it will help kind of put my mindset towards paying bills. Because I think at the end of the day, Pokemon is great, and I love it. It's a great game. It's a great card game. It's a great everything's great. The franchise, I believe in it. It definitely will rise. But sometimes in life, you just need to pay your bills. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna offload my whole entire collection or anything crazy. I'll bring most likely what I'm gonna do is bring my illustration rare binder, which has a lot of good singles, a lot of like at least 5 to $30 cards actually. So maybe some $40 or close to $40 cards. I have a collector's app and I can kind of view when the skyrocket. I put all of it in the collector app, so I kind of see what cards exactly have been skyrocketing, and the ones that have been kind of going crazy are like the 151 stuff. Like I have a war turtle in this binder. I don't know why, but I have one. I should have bought another copy because I saw it at a card shop for like $28. I'm like, dang. Now it's like $50. But anyways, sorry I ramble a lot, but definitely bring that binder. Anyways, back to the topic. Was talking about goals, talking about vending, what I want to do in the year 2026 with Pokemon goals. I'll definitely want to hit like Pokemon/life video kind of. That'd be cool. I love when people talk when know a little bit about the personal life and how Pokemon kind of relates to it. So definitely want to do that video. That might be a good upcoming video in the future. Definitely want to talk about some card condition stuff and what I've been seeing in a lot of shops and I got some advice, so definitely stay tuned to the end. How to find good condition cards, because from my peer experiences, some of it is basic, some of it you probably heard from other YouTubers and whatnot, but cool. Dang, let me cut off my train of thought there for a second. That's okay. Definitely getting set up, getting ready for vending. I have an IR binder, like I was mentioning. Love to utilize that in my first show. I heard Black Bolt and White Flare go crazy. Love to try that. Love to sell the binder. If someone comes to an offer like 85% for my binder, I don't know. I might have to think about that. It's not anything like I'm super attached to. It's definitely a cool binder. Something that definitely will go up in price over time, of course. A lot of the cards in there are beautiful illustration wares, but I don't know. Love to get the cash. I think at the end of the day, it'd be nice to pay the bills. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind flipping the whole thing. Maybe not 85. Maybe someone offered me like 90. That'd be kind of crazy. Who knows? We'll see. Depending on, I guess, what the head on show and what kind of stuff I have. But that kind of stuff, like, yeah, will probably go in price. But it's not like it's going to destroy my world. Like, I'll probably get the item back. Probably more expensive in the future, but these are singles. They aren't slabs. They're not like all of it's near mint. And I'm a very tough conditioner with cards. If it looks like play, like I will tell the people that order that's like play. Lately I've been kind of lazy. Something I've been noticing. It goes into my condition. Is that condition advice? Is that TCG player? You probably heard this before. Some of their condition is just not great. If you order near mint, oftentimes you might get light play. Let's just say that. And a light play could honestly go to moderate play sometimes. I never bought light play on TCG Player for the most part, but I can only imagine. I'm sure a lot of you guys have those same or similar sentiments. So leave in the comments. No hate to TCG Player. I love it. I'm actually sending out orders now, but like the people who sell on there, be very careful who you buy from. Sometimes they don't list. Maybe they had a bad day too, but sometimes they see near mint as more of like play. I get it. It's kind of like a think that you are the one giving that judgment call. But you know, TCG Player has a guide and all, but I don't think really anyone looks at that. To be fully transparent, how I view light play is if there's multiple scratches on the card and it has a couple of like nicks here and there, not like too crazy. I'll say a couple, maybe take a couple as grain of salt. But if there's a couple of scratches, there's no dents, there's no creases, there's no tears, there's no discoloring, and it's just like a few scratches that, like, you know, especially these like reverse. Let's show you an example. Like, you can't really see with this top loader, but this is a light play. And I hope you guys can make that same judgment call too. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But look. All right. Reverse hollow trainer from Soren Shield. Some might even call this near mint, but I don't. The camera doesn't really show it as well. But there's a lot of scratches. Not like a lot, but like there's some good bit of scratches. But it doesn't damage it or anything. It's still fine looking card. You have to really look at there. Look, the back is a fine. I mean, there's a couple white dots here and there, but like at the end of the day, this is a light play. It becomes a moderate. I don't have a moderate on me, but if it becomes a moderate, it'll go towards like, gosh, like creases, good bit of creases, scratches, and a lot of the normal things that come with moderate. You know, like edge wear, things like that. But end of the day, your condition, your card is the most important thing when it comes to your business. One of the most important things. There's other especially important things like connections and people and shows and all that cool stuff. But like, it all starts with, if you never sold something before, really look at your collection. Take it out, condition the cards correctly. Because it will save you time, it will save you headache, it will save you arguing with people on TCG Player or even eBay if you decide to go that route, especially for high-end cards. I don't sell any of my high-end cards on TCG Player. Like, maybe the max I'll sell 200, 300, I don't know. I don't sell cards like that. But the last time I sold a card that was like high-end, I guess, was the Garatina, the one from Crown Zenith, the gold one on TCG Player. But I just want to see how it worked. It was fine. I actually prefer probably on TCG Player, but I like eBay because you can kind of take pictures of it, and you can not mark up the price, but you can get I think almost a fair price. Let's just say on your card, and they'll pay, and then you can buy the shipping label on there too. It saves you a couple of bucks. I don't know how much money you save, or you even save money, but I generally sell my higher end on eBay. That's why. Going back to vending, I prefer to go do vending because people can see the condition of the cards. They can make that judgment there on the spot. There's no camera filter. There's no, not that I'm saying I'm doing that or people are doing that, but there's no like misleading lighting. There's no pictures. Like, there's no argument. Like, they're literally in person. They're looking at your card and it's saying like, oh, that looks great. Let's buy it. Give you cash. So you cut down on the taxes. You cut down the fees. I think that's the big thing about eBay is like there's so much fees on there, guys. I don't know if you guys sold on there recently or not. I'm not exactly sure what the percentage are, but I think it's like 15 at least, bare minimum. But there might be more. I don't know. I've been getting taxed hard, especially in the big cards. You like look at it, I'm like, dang, I could have made a couple more bucks if we just sold that in person. I'm sure someone would have picked it up for a decent price, even if you knocked it down to like market rate or lower than market rate, you still make out because you avoid the eBay fee. That's why I call it fee-bay. Anyways, that's my rant on eBay. I can rant about eBay on a whole nother video, but I think I'm really going away from the internet selling. I think the only thing I'm keeping is my bulk flipping. And any like low end cards are like, I could throw in TG Player. It might help move the other lower end stuff. For example, you don't want a whole thing of just 10 cents, 15-cent cards. I have a bottom of 10 cents. And even that, it's a little bit high because some of the cards are like worth like maybe a cent. But people buy it. People will actually buy it because they want to master sets. So TCG player is a great route to go. Do that. Flip those low end cards, maybe anything $5 and below. It's not a bad idea. Just to move it on there because they'll help move your other low end bulk stuff if you're into that. Selling that on eBay is a headache. Don't ever do that. All right, guys. I think my camera memory, my phone memory is just not gonna cooperate. Like, there's a lot of files I gotta delete. It keeps cutting out. So just some last closing thoughts. I know I talked about vending ideas, what I'm gonna do in the future. Look out for me probably in April. I'll give like a video before I do the vend show. I like to go to a show before I even do this. I know I think I'd be all right, but I love to just see how the environment is and just go to a show, experience as a buyer. Um, I have I've heard some good tips from other videos. I think I can take those. I like to bring my friend. Honestly, he'll help hold down the table and also kind of guide me. Not guide me, but like be the support there. Even if he doesn't sell anything, or it could be she. You never know. But like, I'll see how my friend can do it. It'd be great. But other than that, condition cards. One of the biggest things is learning that skill. If you haven't sold anything or done anything, learn how to condition your cards. I gave you guys a couple tips earlier. Definitely near mint to light play. I think that's the biggest like discrepancies. I know moderate, generally moderate, you get those creases. Or sometimes you can argue with some of them as heavy play, but most times moderate is okay. It does have the crease damage. But light play and near mint, I feel like they get the most arguments because a PSA 9 is way different from a PSA 7 or even 8. It's a big difference. A 10 to 9, yeah, that's not it's still a big difference depending on the card too, of course, especially low pop cards. They're definitely big discrepancy, but at least when you hit a 9, like that value of that card in that 9 stays the same or gets better. Especially in modern, it stays the same or a little bit better most times. Vintage, a 9 is great. If you get any 9s or even 8s in vintage era, I think that's the way to go. I've been trying to collect 8s right now. So before my camera cuts off, just make sure you learn how to condition your cards, even if you need to take it up to a table at a vending show. I'm sure those dealers can kind of work with you, or even work at your local card shop. Not work there, but like talk to the people there. They're great. I know there's some bad ones out there that gives other ones bad names, but for the most part, if you find a good card shop in your local area, you don't have to go to a car show. They'll tell you straight up what the condition of the cards are. That you don't need to go any special. You don't need to use any special services that YouTubers offer. No shade to them. I love them. I get the hustle. Go for it. But just build your local connections, and it will save you so much money. So goes back to connection or connecting with people. Learn that it can help resolve things. For example, my one car shop offers me to potentially use one of their glass cases if I ever want to go vent in. So just to borrow it, I'm not going to keep it unless I could try to buy it if I like it. Just to try it out. So just a few things. Make your connections in the hobby. Don't be a lone wolf. That's my advice. Condition the cards. I know this video is over. Learn how to condition your cards. Look out for me. I would like to then in April. I like to attend a couple shows first, but this is some late night Sunday thoughts. Check out my shorts. I'm gonna try to upload daily, at least every other day or at least 4 times a week. I might miss a day or two. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But all right, guys, have a good night. Leave a comment. A like. I know it sounds cheesy, but I know you guys enjoy. Hope you guys enjoy these videos and thoughts, and I can bring these more in the future. As we improve, maybe we'll go live streaming one day. I love to just talk to you guys. I love this hobby. I want to connect more, be with the hobby, as they say. All right.